Hello, welcome to Ian's Bricks. As you can see behind me, I've got some Lego bags which are hiding my latest Lego haul. Now, this is a very small haul. It is only 4 sets, but they are all retired sets and all sets that I managed to pick up off a local seller that lives actually in the same town that I live. I received a message, I think it was via one of my videos. They left a message in my chat. Hello Richard, thank you for reaching out to me. It's much appreciated. I said I'd mention him in my video. And he said he had some Lego sets for sale. Would I be interested? I was like, okay, what sets have you got and how much do you want for them? And whereabouts are you? And he said, I live in New Milton, which is the town where I live on the south coast, just on the edge of the New Forest in Hampshire. And I said, well, that sounds perfect. What sets have you got? So he had a couple of Star Wars sets that he originally told me about, and then there was a couple more Star Wars sets. So I ended up basically buying all 4 of the Star Wars sets from him. He does have some other sets as well, which I may purchase off him in the future, but for now we just sort of stuck to the 4. We agreed a price on the 4 sets, and it's pretty good stuff. So it's all the sets are retired. So I'm going to take away the first bag first of all to show you a couple of the more recent sets, which you've probably seen me. I've had some of these which I've taken to shows myself recently, and the first one is the child. Now, 3 of the sets are completely sealed. One of the sets, which is the BD one, the box and the instructions have been opened, but all of the bags are still sealed. So that's not a bad thing in my estimation. So start with the child first of all. So this is a set that was out a couple of years ago. I think this was retired in the end of 2023. It was out for 2 or 3 years. It's had a bit of a shelf life on it. 75318. This is a set that I actually built myself, and it's a very nice set. You get the child or the baby Yoda, and you get the little figure with that as well. You get the Baby Yoda figure, and it's buildable, and you have the plaque on there as well. Now, these were available back in the day. I think these were £80 recommended retail price. You could quite often get them at a much vastly reduced price. I think I bought some of these on Amazon for probably around £40–50-ish back in the day. So they were sets that were heavily discounted. And nowadays you probably get 80 to 85 maybe at a show perhaps for something like this. The box condition on this one is absolutely excellent. It's very, very good. So very pleased with that one. So that is the first set that I got. I'll tell you what I paid for everything at the end. So I'm going to pop this down on the floor, just out the way, while I get onto the second set, which is this one here. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to take this away, and you've got to be able to see what the third set is, but I'll leave the bag there just to give you a brief glimpse. There we are. So this is the second set, and it's the BD one. It's 75355. Very, very popular set, this. I do like the build of this. I've sold these recently at Lego shows, and they do tend to sell quite well. I may actually have one of these already still left to sell. I can't remember. But so the slight downside on this is the box had been opened, and there are instructions in the box, and they had also been opened as well. However, the instructions are all intact, and we even have the sticker piece there as well. That goes on the little plaque that you have. There are the instructions there. They're all still good and all fine. So we've got those there, and then all the bags within the box are all in here, and they are all still sealed as well. So every single one of those, I did obviously have a check of these, and they are all sealed. And I also have checked as well back on some old YouTube videos that other people had done, just to make sure that all of the bags inside were there. I think there was one each of bags 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6, and then bag 3 there were 3 bags for bag 3. So all of that seems to be there. The box is in pretty good condition. We've got a little bit of crease on the front there, but that's neither here nor there. You can maybe see that in the light. Yeah, I still think this will sell. Obviously I'll not be able to sell this at such a high price, because it has been opened, but yeah, it will still sell on as what I would consider a new set, because all of the Lego inside the set obviously is brand new. So they were the first 2 sets, which were good. They were sort of the extra sets, but the 2 best sets really, I'll leave the best 2 to last. So we have this set here. Now, I had to look these sets up because I wasn't that familiar with either of them really, because I wasn't really buying a lot of Star Wars toys toys, Lego toys back in the sort of mid 2010s. But this is 75018. It's the Jek 14 Stealth Starfighter. So this is a set, and I've got some little notes here. It was, this is 718, this is the, was out in 2013, 2014, so this is over 10 years old. It is all sealed. You can see it was an Argos purchase because it's still got the Argos sticker on the back, but the tabs at the back are all still intact. You can see how shiny the boxes used to be as well back in the day. You don't get that anymore on Lego sets. And also I was quite interested because I know with a lot of these older sets it can be about the minifigures, and there are 4 minifigures in here, although one of them is a droid, and I had a quick look at the different prices. So you have, of the 4 minifigures there, the one that goes for the most is the Jek 14. As an individual minifigure that's brand new, that tends to go for around about £35 to £40, or £40 to £50, sorry. And also we've got the special clone as well, which is the blue one there, and that tends to go for around about 35. The bounty hunter tends to go for about 18 to 20, whereas the droid there only goes for around about £9 or £10. So there is a lot of money and value in those minifigures there that are obviously sealed and new. And interesting, we have some little stickers on the front as well, which obviously there was something you could collect at the time. I didn't really want to peel those off the box because it would probably destroy the box after all of this time. So I've left those on there, and also I'll probably be leaving that sticker on the side as well, just because it's an Argos sticker. And yeah, when stickers have been on for like years, it's always a good thing just to really leave them, to be quite honest. So interesting set that. I'm not quite sure how good or how nice this actual build is, but I think as a set that I can sell on, I think this could do quite well. I did have a quick look on Bricklink, and there are 2 sellers based in the UK, and they're selling these for around about 180-ish pounds. So maybe that's the kind of value for this. There certainly seems to be £100 plus value within just the 4 minifigures. So that's kind of where all the value is really in this particular set. But nice to get a set from a long time ago. Yeah, what's this, sort of 12 years old now, this set. So I don't remember this at all from first time around. So yeah, that is something that should sell quite well at shows. And then the final set, and the one that's probably worth the most out of all of them, is this set here. And this is the Rebel U-Wing Fighter, and it is set number 75155. This is from 2016 to 2018 this was out, so it was out for a couple of years. There are some decent minifigures. You get 5 minifigures in this one here, and again I've had a look at the sort of new sale prices for these particular figures. You've got the Bistan figure, which is this one here, that sells for around about £10 new. You've also got the Rebel Trooper there, and the Rebel Trooper tends to go for around about £9, so not so much on that one. We've got the U-Wing Pilot, and the pilot goes for around about £6, so that's probably the least popular of all of them. You've got Cassian Andor, and he goes for £12 to £13 new, but all the money in the figure seems to go for Jyn Erso, and they go for around about £30 to £40 in new condition. So it seems to be that one particular figure there is probably a lot more popular, possibly because they only released the figure in this particular set. Box is pretty good. We've got a couple of little scuffs, I think. Where was one of the scuffs I saw? On the back, maybe that was the other box, but it's not perfect by any means, but it's pretty good. I think as a sealed set, I think this one is very, very good. This one's actually got tabs on it. All the tabs are still there and all still sealed. So yeah, very, very good condition all around, I think, on all of the boxes. And going back to this one, I think might be the one which had a little bit of damage in the corner. Yeah, just in the corners there, look, you can see it's just a little bit of denting, and also there was a little bit, after I looked very closely, just a little bit of a dent in there where it's been slightly torn, which is slightly disappointing, but I don't think that will deter from the value. Again, when I come on to sell these, I will make people aware of the slight damage on the back of the boxes. But all in all, I think I've done very, very well with these sets. Again, thank you, Richard, for sort of contacting me in the first place. He obviously was just trying to create a bit of space. Watched my channel, has been apparently watching my channel for around about a year, and sort of realised I was fairly local. Didn't realise that we lived in the same town. This thing can happen from time to time. It was good for me because it means I didn't have very far to travel at all. It was literally about 2 miles up the road to go and pick these up, which I did yesterday. So what did I pay for all of these? So we've got 4 sets altogether. Let me just put the child back up there. I'm going to leave the BD one on its angle there just because I'd opened the box. So in total for all of these I paid £400, which is quite a lot of money. However, looking at sort of what things are kind of worth and what I can sell them for at shows, certainly these 2 sets here are going to sell for a pretty penny. I think the sale prices on sort of Bricklink and eBay, where you can sort of get data, these do go for quite high value. The other 2 probably will go for less. Certainly the child out of the 4 of them is probably the one that's going to go for the less than the BD one, even though that's been opened. And then the other 2 are probably worth a bit more. So there's definitely some profit in there for me if and when I take these to Lego shows. And again, for me, it's just something different to take to shows. A lot of people won't have these older Star Wars sets anymore. And if it is a set that somebody is particularly looking for or after, or they're looking for the figures, it's going to be a fairly a good place to kind of pick these kind of sets up at a Lego show. So you will get your people that are into sort of the rare sets going to these Lego shows and brick festivals that I go to. So yes, just a small haul this time, but pretty pleased with this. Again, thank you very much, Richard, for sorting me out with these. I'm sure I'll be in contact again soon to maybe pick up the rest of those sets at some stage in the near future. But for now, I'm pretty pleased with this. I'll take these probably to my next Lego show, which is only on this Sunday, so not long to wait for that. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this little extra haul from me. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.